Indian-American Nikki Haley has announced that she is running for US Presidency in 2024. Of course, she will have to first win the Republican ticket, for which she will be pitted against former President Donald Trump and many others. She has touted herself as a young challenger against both Trump and Biden, saying it's time for a new generation of leadership in America. What is also important is that while announcing her bid, she played up her immigrant roots, something that may not gel well with some extreme sections of the Republican voters, also called MAGA. First, listen in to what Nikki Haley said while announcing her bid.
The railroad tracks divided the town by race. I was the proud daughter of Indian immigrants. Not black, not white. I was different. But my mom would always say your job is not to focus on the differences, but the similarities. And my parents reminded me and my siblings every day how blessed we were to live in America. Some look at our past as evidence that America's founding principles are bad. They say the promise of freedom is just made up. Some think our ideas are not just wrong, but racist and evil. Nothing could be further from the truth.
Haley is expected to hold her first campaign event in Charleston, South Carolina, her home state that typically has an early primary contest and sets the mood of the nomination race. Now, let's be sure of one thing. Nikki Haley occupying the White House is going to be a lot more challenging than it seems. There's a crowded Republican field to deal with. Among the toughest nut to crack is Trump, who has been in campaign mode since losing the 2020 elections and has officially announced his candidature too. Apart from Trump, another possible contender for the Republican ticket is Ron DeSantis, the Florida governor who is extremely popular with Republicans who are opposed to Trump. Apart from that, Trump's Vice President Mike Pence and Texas Senator Ted Cruz too may throw in their hats. Another Indian American, Vivek Ramaswamy, is also expected to launch his campaign. Ramaswamy is a 37-year-old Indian American and he has been described by some as the CEO of Anti-Woke Incorporation. Now, the second challenge for Haley would be to convince both the migrant population as well as the more extreme sections of Republican voters to vote for her. As it is, migrants are more attracted to the Democratic Party and convincing them would be a difficult task for Haley. On the other hand, winning over extreme sections of her own Republican Party too would be a challenge for her. In the end, the fact that there are two possible Indian American contenders for the White House in the Republican Party goes on to show the success of Indian immigrants in integrating with the American society. Both Nikki Haley and Vivek Ramaswamy are second-generation immigrants and have worked their way up in US politics. That's all for now. Keep watching Times of India.